this is Kim from Earn Greater Profits, and this is the fourth video in the series. We're creating a website from scratch in the software, and so far we have our global headers and footers from video 1. We've got our large background with our main headline and our click to call button. That was from video 2. And then we were putting in forms on the page and in a pop-up in video 3. So in this video, we're going to be doing a section for your main service. So we're just going to add it right below the background section. So we just hit plus, add a new full width section, add a new row. I'm again going to do a 2-column row. Throw that in there. And then I'm going to do an image on this side. And I'm going to do some text on this side. I'm not going to do a headline because we already have a headline on the page. I'm going to do a sub-headline. And then I'm going to do a paragraph. And we can even throw in a bulleted list. And so I'm not going to change the text here as far as what the words say, but I am going to make it bold, and I'm going to add some space between that and the paragraph. So I'm going to just scroll down, put some padding under there. I'm going to left justify the paragraph text. I'm also going to make it just a little larger for us on a desktop. I'm going to go to advanced and change the line height to 1.5, and it'll be a little bit easier to read. And I'm going to just add another paragraph. I want to leave it, well, let's see what our image turns out to be before I change the amount of text I want. Now, on this bulleted list, you can do it one of two ways. You can just hit enter and create your list from here. Under advanced, you can change the line height so it's not so squishy. And you can do it that way, makes it really easy. Or, let me delete these two here. Oh, and you can also hit tab and make it more of a outline form. So 1A, and you can continue on. So you can make some sort of outline with that. I'm going to delete those though. The other thing you can do is just copy this bulleted list block and do a completely new block for service number 2. And then you can take away some space in your padding. So it looks like they're supposed to be together. You can even put 0 here. And do it that way. There are reasons for doing it either way, but just just know that you have a couple of ways of doing it, and whatever way works for you, then that's great. If you have like a list, like a pricing list, and you're checking off absolutely everything on that price list, then I suggest doing it all in one, because if you want to change the size of the font, the color of the font, any type of style, then you only have to change it in the one block. If you have multiple blocks, you'll have to change the style in every single block, and it becomes a little bit tedious. And so keep that in mind when you're creating a lot of bulleted lists. All right, and so now I'm going to go ahead and find myself an image. I'm going to scroll down, go to my image options. I think I have one that will work inside here. Let's just use this one. While we're on this, I'm going to go back into the image. This is your media folder. You can upload files from here, right from your computer. If you're copying a snapshot or using one of my templates, and I've moved it over onto your account, you're going to have a folder called Relocated Items. So any demo images that were in the previous template are going to move over, but they're going to be in this folder called Relocated Item. Anything you upload will come directly into the main media folder, but then you can create new folders. So if you've got a lot of images, you might want a portfolio folder to house all those other images, so they don't get mixed up in the rest of your stuff here. We could also create a folder for our social media images, like all the images you use for your Facebook posts and whatnot. And then you just drag and drop wherever you want. You can also be inside the file, upload a file, inside the folder, upload the file comes directly into that folder. And so you can keep all your images organized the way that you like. All right, so my image ended up being pretty short, so I'm just going to delete one of my paragraphs, and we'll call that good for what we're going to do for that. Now what I'm going to do is say I have, well, let's just throw this up here. Let's say that we do cupcake decorating classes, and that's one thing that we're, one of our main services that we do. And then we've got another service where we actually sell already decorated cupcakes. So let's just go ahead and let's copy the entire green section. And you just hit the copy here. Now you can kind of see it. Sometimes it doesn't know which one to stay on. And if you ever have a problem not finding the correct section or row or column that you want to edit, you can always go over here to Layers, do the drop down for the page, and you can see that anything we've named, it just makes it a lot easier to know which section you want to work on. And so that's the coaching section. Here's the section we're on. Then it opens up to a 2-column row, and then our 2 columns. So this section is the green section. So as long as we've got that highlighted, you can see that the green section is highlighted as well. then you can hit the three dots and you can clone it, edit it, save it as a template, and do whatever you like. So I'm going to clone this section. And it just makes a copy here. So let's make this section go opposite. So for service 1, we've got our image on this side. And then for service 2, let's put this image on the other side. So we can just drag and drop the image where we want it. Actually, let's put our pointer right on the drag. Makes it easier. And then we'll drag our text over to that side. Great. That keeps consistency along your different services and the information you've got on your website. But it also is so much easier just to clone something and just edit what you've got. So let's go into our images and let's just throw up another image. And we'll go back to our relocated items because I've got a couple other. That one's not very big. Okay, we'll just have to deal with it. So here's another image. Let's change this one to custom cupcake orders. And then, of course, we'll change the information we have there. We'll want to probably add a button. We've done that already, but I'll just throw it in under this. Where's my buttons? It's towards the top. There we go. We'll just throw in our button here. And down at the bottom, we change the text. Click for custom orders, and that could take us to a page where we talk about our custom orders and the pricing and whatnot. And so when we do have that page, we can come back here and then link to that particular page. And once we have those pages set up, they'll be in the drop down here. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like. Let's go ahead and delete these little sections on this particular one. I'm going to show you what it looks like in mobile view, because when you start moving things around doing opposite in mobile view, it doesn't look as fantastic as it does on desktop. And so here we've got, this looks great, our picture of our cupcakes. We're talking about our classes, and then we've got a little bit of space here that we probably want to work with. Then we've got our cupcake orders, and then we've got our image down at the bottom. So it shows in the order that they are in the desktop view. But if we want all the images to be consistent on mobile, and so we probably want all the images to show first above our title of our service. So I'm going to show you a hack that we're going to do. So if you're okay with having pictures shown at the bottom instead of the top, then that's great. You'll just want to edit the space that this section has. And let's just kind of edit the top of this section and get rid of that. And that helps us to delete some space. And if it makes it squishy in this view, then you can do some different things to help that. But for what we're doing now, I'm going to show you a hack. So we've got this section here. Let's highlight our green section. And we're going to name it custom cupcake orders desktop view. Okay, and I'm just gonna select all and copy, whoops, copy that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and copy it again. And you'll notice it gives me a little bit of problem getting up there. So I'm going to go back to my layers again and just click on that layer, and I'm going to clone it once again. Okay. And so this clone, I'm going to name, I would also clone the name, which is great. So I'll name this mobile view. So I know what I'm working with. I'm going to drag this picture back here and drag those back there. And if you know you're going to do this hack, then you don't have to drag them all over the place. Just copy it from here, change it, save it as the mobile view, and then copy it again and move everything around for your desktop view. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this desktop view, so I'm going to highlight that layer again. My mobile view, I'm going to go over here to advanced, and I'm going to turn off the visibility for my desktop. That makes it disappear. And then for my desktop view, I'm going to turn off, go back to advanced, turn off the visibility in mobile view. So I've actually got two sections, one for desktop view, one for mobile. Let's go ahead and save. And let's take a look. So it's not showing the copy that we made. Our pictures are in the right spot. And if we go to mobile view, we've got our picture at the top, our title, our text, our picture at the top, our title, our text. There we go. And so in mobile view, this just looks a little bit more put together, and it doesn't take that much more time to copy your section and make it more mobile friendly. And so very easy to do, and I hope you enjoyed this video.